Finally doing my Goth 2023 video. I'm a little late on this one, but I figured it's still worth doing. If you're not familiar, I'm basically just going to be listing off a ton of Goth bands from 2023 that put out new albums or singles and kind of talking about them a little bit. So without further ado, here we go. First up, we've got the album Walk Through Fire by Ashes Fallen. If you like more of a traditional goth rock sound, then this is a good one for you. The Blood is the Life is my favorite from this album. Next, we've got Deceit's new album, If There's No Heaven. If you haven't listened to them before, they're a fantastic post-punk band from the LA area. Mi Amor, Mi Vampira is my favorite track. Mort Mortar put out her first album, Ultraviolet Oblivion, and if you like darkwave and vampires, then this album is perfect. The single Run is so good and will absolutely get stuck in your head. The Damned put out yet another solid album, Darkadelic. Another one for the post-punk and darkwave fans out there, Harsh Symmetry released their second album, Imitation. My favorite on here is the single Glass Tears. If you're into very dancey electronic darkwave, Male Tears' Crypt is going to be perfect. Also can't wait to see what they do this year with the new lineup. Ethereal darkwave band from Canada, Ringfinger, put out their newest album, In a Black Flame. I really like the track, The Veil of Night. Italo disco band Nuovo Testamento put out their new album, Love Lines. Super fun and dancey, excellent live, my favorite track is Heat. Phoenix, Arizona's Tassel put out their album, New Covenant. It's a little more on the industrial side and absolutely great. Washington, D.C.'s darkwave band Vosh put out their album, Vessel. This album I've been absolutely hooked on, probably one of my favorite releases from 2023. It's a little hard for me to pick favorite songs on this one, but I'm going to have to go with Pray and Bleed as one. Electronic ethereal band Xanios from Berlin put out their newest album, Ectasis. Hopefully I said that right. Corin from Philadelphia put out their album, Tear. It's very synth pop and dark wave. Black Angel, another great one for those of you looking for more of a classic goth rock sound, especially in the vein of Sisters of Mercy. Their newest album is Lascivious, with my favorite track on it being Killer. San Diego darkwave band Cerulean Veins put out their new album, Black. Swedish darkwave band Abu 9 put out their newest album, 2. My favorite track on here is Kissing the Glove. Darkwave band A Cloud of Ravens from Brooklyn put out their newest album, Lost Hymns. Russian post-punk band Human Tetris put out their new album, 2 Rooms. German solo artist Glaring put out the new album, Shoe Graphics. California dream pop band Fawns of Love put out Fear the Softest Gaze. Electronic darkwave band Non-Human from Berlin put out their new album, Circle of Doom. Colorado death rock band Witch Hands put out their new album, No Gods, No Masters. The new darkwave band from Seattle, Dark Chisme, put out their first album that I will not try to pronounce because I will slaughter it. All 7 tracks are excellent, but I have to say my most listened to track is definitely their cover of Lucretia, My Reflection. French electronic darkwave artist Aunt put out her new album, Morning Tsunami. Electronic post-punk band from Sweden, Agent Sidegrinder, put out their new album, Jack Vegas. Detroit-based industrial rock band Ritual Howls put out their album, Virtual Falters. The Frozen Autumn put out a new album, The Shape of Things to Come. My favorite track is Autosuggestion. LA-based techno-industrial band Patriarchy released their remix album, Forcefully Rearranged. The post-punk band Note from Bristol put out their album, Hunt. Darkwave band Pure Obsessions and Red Knights put out the album, Heirs of the Red Knights. Cincinnati darkwave band The Surfs put out Half Eaten by Dogs. Post-punk band Blood Bells from Texas put out their second album, Now the Dawn. This one is especially great if you like a heavier edge. Death gaze duo Vasm from Detroit put out their new album, V. California's post-punk darkwave fusion band Fearing put out their album, Destroyer. Swedish darkwave band Us Animo, I hope I pronounced that right, put out the album Body Horror. Night Sweat from South Carolina put out their self-titled album. Casket Cassette from the LA area is another good blend of darkwave and post-punk. They put out the album Love Letters to Ghosts. Vancouver band This Cold Night put out their 4th album, Retrospective 23. Death Valley Girls from LA put out their album Islands in the Sky, as well as their single I Am a Wave. Darkwave band The Coventry put out another album, Atlas, The Weight of the World. Boston-based band House of Harm put out their album Playground. Post-punk band Trinaya Rechka put out their self-titled album. Also this new single. Post-punk coldwave band Belgrado from Barcelona, Spain put out their album. Austin, Texas darkwave band Haunt Me put out their new album, The Sadness Never Ends. My 2 favorite tracks on here are Dying in Your Arms and Dancing in the Dark. Goth rock band The Waning Moon put out their album, A Dream or a Vision. My favorite single off of this one is Towards the Night. And now on to singles releases. We'll start off with Vision Video. One of my favorite singles released of all of 2023 is going to be Normalized. Highly recommend it. They also came out with a new version of their song, In My Side, with an even more awesome music video to accompany it. Honestly, probably my favorite music video release in recent years. It's like if the movies Return of the Living Dead and Dario Argento's Demons were turned into a goth music video. Darkwave band Ash Code released 2 new singles, Tear You Down and Dance and Kill, both are excellent. Rose Garden Funeral Party put out the song Almost Heaven. Corlyx released it Wasted and Alone. Suzi Sabotage put out Love at First Bite. And then speaking of Corlyx and Suzi Sabotage, they both collaborated and put out the excellent song Kill Cave. Urban Heat released their song Like This and a great cover of Goodbye Horses. Vandal Moon released a handful of singles, being Sad Sad Girl, Sunlight, and my personal favorite, Satellite. Benon Hanover put out their 2-song EP, Better Than Going Under. Scary Black from Kentucky put out their 2 songs, Everything Rots and Unlove. Actors put out their single, No One Left. Tears for the Dying put out a handful of singles, being Kaiju, Kinokoda, Heterochromia, and We Are the Darkness. Dancing Plague put out 2 singles as well, being Cruel Love and Lose. Ghost of Bela Lugosi also had multiple, being Berlin, Poisoning of Every Seed, and this one that I can't pronounce. Synth-pop band Leathers had 2 singles, High Rise and Fascination. Starry Night released Necessary Meal and Bowie and Daydreams. Adonis put out their EP, Icon. 6th June released multiple songs, being Stay, Sanjum, Dance With Me, and Collapse. Brew Lies released their Divine Remix EP. Same Eyes put out their single, Venice. Cemetery Siren released their Nothing Left demo. Duct Tape put out the songs Veil of Lies and Red Scar. Twin Tribes released Cauldron of Thorns and Monolith, both are absolute bangers. Night Sister released the singles Devour You, Sent Angels Here, and Die Young. Double Eyelid came out with the songs Better Than You Were and World in Ashes. Glass Spells released their single Hechizos. Coffin Moth put out their EP The Last Alarm. Mekong put out the singles Out of Control and Going Numb. One Another released the single Ruin. Soft Scent released the song The Howl. Noversy put out the singles Anesthesia, Animas, and Deseo. Horror Vacui put out a 2-song EP with the songs Distressed and Last Dance. Girl Grave released the song Vice. Fear Atomic released the song Sick 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 World. And Blood Dance put out their self-titled single. I'll have all of these bands listed in the video description, and I have these Spotify playlists as well. There's the Goth 2023 playlist with all the music from this video and more. And then there's the Goth 2024 playlist that I will try my best to keep updated as I see new music come out. I hope you guys find some new music that you might like, and feel free to share your favorite new releases in the comments.